Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, TheCassanEdit, where I share all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, my way of course. My name is Cassandra, and I know it's been a while. I have missed you guys so much. I did a poll on Instagram to find out what you guys wanted to hear from me next, and most of you said you wanted to know what I've been up to. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, let's talk about what I have on. I am wearing just a simple Midi dress from ASOS. These seem to be what's really in right now. I've seen them come in so many different colors. Of course, you guys know I love me some black. I got this in black, and I have my eye on another color, and I definitely do want to add more colors, but black was just what was available in my size, and obviously what works perfectly with my wardrobe. My headband is also from ASOS, which I got last year around this time. And that's pretty much it. So let me tell you guys the 411. So you guys know we bought a house back in June. There was a lot going on with moving into the house. It's a lot on someone like me who really likes to be settled. I hate the whole process of moving. I can't stress how much I hate it. But obviously I'm very grateful. It was such an amazing thing to happen for us in 2021, and I do think I'm going to do a video on that whole process to talk about how this whole thing manifested itself in the most amazing way. But yes, super grateful, but still a lot of work. I had to deal with a lot of contractors because there's a room, we're in my office right now, and there's a room next door that's going to be my closet. So I was dealing with contractors, being on top of that, and getting interrupted with my day-to-day work to go to Home Depot, do all this different stuff, all of that. And then fast forward, there was back to school for Demaya. She's a junior now. Well, you guys knew that because you guys saw that process. I think I did some vlogs on that. And what else happened? Then it was my birthday, and then October came, and I just felt like I hit a rut. I felt like I was burnt out trying to do absolutely everything, between still trying to deal with the house, which we're not even 100% settled. Things were super delayed in terms of shipping times because of COVID, so I had to deal with that. And then also just all the other things that come with home ownership. And then Arvin's got deployed a little bit for different things. I mean, it was crazy up in here. When October rolled around, I felt like I was just burned out from everything. The move, trying to get things settled in the house, and trying to be on top of my work and all that stuff. And it was just really difficult, especially since Arvin's his job was in high demand, and he was never really home. And when he was home, he really needed to rest up. So it was just a lot, and your girl needed to just take a break. And so I listened to my body, and I took a straight up break. So that was like October-ish. And I had all these huge plans for the last quarter of the year, but it just didn't turn out that way. And that was also affecting me because I don't like to make plans and have them just not go the way that I want them to, because I'm controlling and I really want to be on top of everything, but sometimes you just can't. And I had to just let go. I really had to let go and listen to all the things around me that were just telling me, take a chill pill. So that I did. And then right around Thanksgiving weekend, Demaya got COVID. And everything was good. Arvin's was actually away for the beginning part of her getting COVID. And where her room is, it's perfect because she has her own bathroom. So she was able to isolate and quarantine perfectly fine without me being affected, because I have the bathroom in my room. So it was a perfect setup for us as far as being able to quarantine properly. I would just give her food and leave it by the door, and she'd just put everything back out. I mean, in the very beginning, I swore I was going to catch it because she was so miserable. Her fever was so high. She just crawled in the bed with me. So I was like, great, I'm definitely going to catch COVID. But by the grace of God, that didn't happen at that point. But let me tell you what did happen. Arvin's made it home. And because I was just so out of it from taking care of her, lack of sleep, he had to take over and take care of her. So He started doing that, and guess what he wasn't doing? He wasn't wearing a mask, y'all. The man was not wearing a mask. And so a couple days later, guess who's coughing in the bed next to me? Arvin's. And I'm like, I think you should go upstairs, which is right here in this room, because this, even though this is my office, this is technically like another bedroom. But I had just purchased like a, what do you call it? A mattress that we could blow up, and it was perfect timing because sure enough, he had to bring himself upstairs, because I was like, I don't know what's going on, but you gotta go. He was like trying to give us some time. I'm like, we don't have time. COVID don't work like that. We don't got time. In fact, when I was saying it, it was probably already too late anyway. But he went upstairs, and we were literally all just living separately and trying to take care of one another because a few days after that, I caught COVID, and I started to feel like I was coming down with something. And sure enough, it was COVID. So dealt with all of that, and Namaya recovered much faster than Arvin's and I did. It took a while for it to really like get out of our system, and even right now, I still feel like I suffer from certain things because my sinuses were badly affected. And I still have like sinus things going on, which I actually need to contact the doctor about. But Arvin's took a really he was out of work for almost a month, and I was out of commission for a little over that. We didn't really get back into the swing of anything until literally the week of Christmas. So the week of Christmas is when we started feeling better. Our stove finally got delivered, which that was ordered over the summer, and it was delayed every single month. And then finally, a few days before Christmas, the stove came. So we were also living the entire, 5 months? 5 months without a stove. So I was operating with an air fryer and what else? An air fryer and a microwave. So we were just operating off of that. And it was hard because we ordered food a lot of times because I just didn't have the time or the patience to do anything. So depending on how I felt, that's what was going on. But it was really great because that was also the first time that we were able to get together with our family. So Christmas, I was able to host a little something. Nothing huge. It was literally just my immediate family. My sister, her husband, mom, dad, all that came over, and we had a really nice brunch, which is something that we typically do for Christmas. So I was happy that we were able to do that because I was a little bummed once I got COVID. Once I saw how COVID was really affecting us, I was concerned that we weren't going to fully recover by Christmas, which is my favorite holiday. So that was that. In the interim, I have been getting things. I've been getting the fashions here and there, but I just wasn't really into it because my body just needed to fully recover. I feel like COVID just took everything out of me. I really needed to get my mojo back and get into the game. But I did buy some things. I did some Black Friday shopping, which I was really excited about, and some other things, which I'll definitely show you guys in another video. And then I guess I should tell you guys the little secret we've been keeping. Yep, we're having a baby. And so all of that stuff that I've been saying, I didn't want to actually put in there because I needed to wait to let you guys know what's going on, but I was also experiencing all the things that come with being pregnant, morning sickness, all of that took your girl out. So I think now you really understand why I've been so absent, because even to get ready for this video, it took me forever. I was like huffing and puffing, doing my hair and trying to get my makeup, taking several breaks. And I woke up early enough to do this, and I still didn't get started until way later than I wanted to. So I need to better prepare on that end, because the further along I get, I know it's only gonna get harder. So yeah, I have been pregnant. We are due in the summer, and I don't know if I've been out of breath this entire time. As you all know, maybe you don't know actually, but I really didn't know if I wanted to have any more kids, and this was unexpected and planned at the same time. We definitely didn't expect to have a baby this soon, and it happened. And of course, it's all God's timing, and we are thrilled and excited. Our entire family, friends, you name it, they cannot wait for this baby to come. Oh, and we had our ultrasound yesterday. Here's baby. So yep, that's pretty much it. So basically, the first trimester was a doozy. Your girl couldn't do anything. I binged watched everything under the sun on Netflix, and I'm not even the type to watch anything like that. I don't believe in like watching TV during the day. I don't know, it just feels weird. But you know, I'll watch something in the evening if I'm not occupied with doing something. But I took that time to really just relax and surrender to my body. So the first trimester, that's what I did. I'm in my second trimester right now. And I feel much, much better. The week of Christmas was when I just felt like I got a second wind and I was a whole new person. So that's when I was just like, all right, let's figure it out. Things did not go the way I planned for the last quarter of the year. So what I did for the month of January was prepare and plan very strategically so that I could carry through the rest of the months, even through pregnancy and giving birth, all of that, because all that takes planning, because those are other things that absolutely have the potential to completely knock me off my game. But with planning, I know I'll be able to be ahead of the game and all of that. Because I was so out of commission for the last quarter of the year, I really took advantage of the month of January to really get myself back on track. So in December, I already knew, all right, once January hits, it's game on. So I literally got all the binging out of my system. I operated by no schedule at all. In fact, I probably did not go down to the kitchen the whole first trimester. I don't think I went down. And when I went down, it was a disaster because it was left up to Arvin's and Namaya. In that first trimester, I just was depleted of all energy. So that's why I really couldn't go downstairs. Everyone needed to bring food to me upstairs. I literally just lived in my bed. And before I knew I was pregnant, I actually thought something was wrong with me. I was like talking to my girlfriends like, what is wrong with me? Am I depressed? Da, 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 da. And then one of them was just like, why don't you just take a pregnancy test? And I didn't do it. I didn't do it at that time. And I started to suspect a little something. When I really knew something was up was when I would drop off Namaya to her bus in the morning and I'd come home and go back to sleep. I never do that. If I'm up for the day, I'm up for the day. I'm not like a napper during the day. I don't do any of those things. All of that happened in the first trimester. I would drop off Namaya at the bus stop, come home, knock out, and one of those days my girlfriend couldn't reach me, which never happens. I'm always up and at 'em, all that, doing something around the house, yada yada, whatever it is. I was not that girl in my first trimester. I just was not that girl. So once January hit, but really that week of Christmas, when I said I, felt like I was much better, I had so much energy. I was perky. I was back to my regular self. I could go up and down the stairs and all that good stuff, without feeling nauseous. And just so you know, all this stuff is new to me because I did not have any of these symptoms when I was pregnant with Namaya. None at all. It was as if I wasn't pregnant. So all this stuff is completely brand new to me. So once I felt much better, and I could tell I felt much better because now I was like, I want to do things. There's stuff that I want to do. I don't feel like I want to just lay back in the bed and that I can't get myself up. So I was just like, let me just jump on this energy I have right now because I don't know how long this is going to last. That first 3 months had me so bogged down that I didn't even know if I could be the person that I was again. That's how much it just completely knocks you off your game. Anyway, I'm sure all you moms who've expected and been through that already know what I'm talking about. So, and I did not know this, even though I was a mother already, I did not know any of this stuff that moms would talk about. So again, this was all very new to me. So it was very interesting to experience that, especially since I am older. So I forgot what they call it, but because I'm over 35, I'm considered high risk, but I'm fine. Everything's great. Baby's healthy. Like I said, we had our ultrasound yesterday and the doctor was so enthusiastic, and everything is perfect by the grace of God. So January, I just made a complete schedule for myself. I don't think I made the schedule. I don't think I made the schedule in January. I made it like the last week in December and then hit the ground running with the schedule come January. So once January hit, I just did my schedule. So I also implemented workouts. So I do prenatal workouts 3 mornings a week, because that's all I feel like. That's typically what I usually did pre-pregnancy anyway. I hadn't worked out the whole time when we moved before, and a little bit before that. So I had fallen off the whole bandwagon of working out for some months. I was a little nervous about it, but because I was so energized by the actual newfound energy that I had, I was so ready to get to working out even though I was pregnant, and everything's been going great. If you guys follow me on Instagram and my stories, you already see that I have my protein shakes and all that right after I work out. I listen to my music. The first thing I do in the morning is pray. Then, you know, if it's my day to drop off Namaya, I drop her off, and then I don't go back to sleep this time. I stay up, do my workout, take a shower, do my little, you know, protein shake regimen, yada yada, and then start getting going for the day. And so I try to get started for 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm really trying to see if I could do 7 a.m., especially on days when I have to record. But as far as the pregnancy goes, so far I feel amazing. Like I said, all I needed to do was get over that first trimester hump, and I feel like a whole new woman. Arvin's and I are so excited. We actually celebrated our 5th anniversary in December. We couldn't do a thing because we were sick with COVID. We celebrated in January. I didn't really share that because I plan to be back on socials and everything in February. Like I said, January was the planning month, and then February was the month to get back with everything. So that's basically what I've been up to so far since January 1 hit. I just hit the ground running, and now I'm here, I'm back, and I cannot wait to get things going again because I've really missed doing this. Like, I love sharing. I love showing you guys the things that I find, the things that I love. I miss interacting with you. And I also want to thank all of you who reached out to me because you noticed my absence. Obviously, you didn't know exactly what was going on, but I really appreciate the fact that you cared enough to reach out to me because you saw that I just wasn't around, and I truly appreciate that. I remember all of you, and I do not take any of that for granted. That's exactly what made me miss it even more. Just wonderful people like you who are part of my community, who engage with me, and we share funny stories, funny jokes in my DMs, you know, so all that stuff I was missing, and I'm really happy to get back into it. So there's definitely some updates. A few of you have asked me about the closet. I'll update you guys in another video on what's going on with the closet, but that's still ongoing. And now that we know the baby's coming, we want to work on getting our basement finished because our basement was also unfinished. And that's a huge undertaking that I think we don't need it done by the time the baby's here, but we'll probably get it started before the baby's born. So that's where we're at, and there are more things to come. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification below so you're up to date on whatever I have coming next, because trust me, I do have a lot of things planned. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram so you can see all the day-to-day stuff, because I'll be posting back on there too. I probably would have already posted something about this news on the feed. Make sure you leave a comment below and let me know what you would like to see from me, because obviously now it's going to be about styling this bump of mine, and that is it. Bye, y'all. Why can't I think of what those are? A mattress. I had just purchased a mattress. I don't even know why I can't think of the name. I don't know.